Alright guys, I have been saying I was going to make this video for about 3 weeks now, and we are finally doing it. Although I did make a hyperlapse of this look that I've created here. It is on my Instagram. I also shared it on our Facebook page, and Birchbox was super awesome and shared it on their Instagram account this past week. And I will say there was a lot of criticism. While I appreciate them reposting, criticisms can be hard to take, and they were. I read about 4 comments, and then I just totally was like, I cannot read this because I will go down the rabbit hole and feel worse and worse and worse and start to beat myself up. So what I ended up doing was taking those criticisms or critiques into consideration in making this video. My fiance did go through and read them, I think for my peace of mind, and said, Lisa, they're not so bad. You can take these comments and turn it around and make your video that much more informational. While I will say the video is hyperlapsed and I can't edit it the way that I can a video. So I was like rushing to get everything done, and you can't speak over it. So it's a little, you can't really explain what these products do and why I love to use them and how I use them and how they work for me, because, I'm just showing the product, putting it in, so you can kind of see how it works. But I wasn't doing my curls as tight as I typically do because, like I said, I didn't want the video to be like 100 minutes long and didn't want to bore you guys because it's a lot of repetition. So with that said, I am making this video, I feel like, at the most appropriate time, and I've taken those comments and applied them to this video as best I can. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you have oily roots and are looking to revitalize your second day hair, I think this is a great way to do so. So let's jump right in. First thing I want to start off with are some hair care-ish kind of techniques that'll help combat oily roots. I will say that after beginning to wash my hair every other day and using the next 3 things I'm gonna share with you, that my roots aren't as oily on the second day now. So this is my second day hair. I actually haven't even brushed it yet. It can get a little crazy in the morning, but sadly I didn't wake up with super crazy hair this morning, so I can show you guys what it can look like sometimes. So my first tip is something that I was lacking in, and perhaps some of you are too, is brushing your hair at least a couple times a day. I rarely ever brush my hair. I think the only time I really do it is in the morning when I wake up to get out the tangles. But what's great about brushing your hair maybe 2-3 times a day is that you start to distribute the oils from your roots down to your ends. And you may have dry ends like I do. I especially have it because my hair is ombre and balayaged. So therefore, it being color treated, especially in the summer, it gets pretty dry. So this is a great way to just evenly disperse the oils. So I'm gonna do that now. This is the detangling brush from Macadamia, which I got ages ago. I should probably get a new one because the bristles are starting to look a little crazy. And I got this from Birchbox. I love just how gentle it is, and it doesn't feel like it's damaging. I recommend doing this before bed as well. Another great tip is actually applying dry shampoo at the end of the day. So before you go to bed, spray this generously into your hair. And I like to lift up sections of hair, move back here a little bit, to really get in. I get especially oily right down here and around my hairline. Let this sit for maybe 1 to 2 minutes, and then you would just like work it through, brush it through, and maybe put your hair up, and then in the morning you'll notice that your hair is not as oily as it would be, and you actually have a little bit more volume. I discovered this product here, which is the R+Co. Can you see that? Probably not as too bright. The R+Co Oblivion Clarifying Shampoo, and this came in my Birchbox last month, so I have a little baby one. I loved it so much that I got the full size. This is fantastic. Oh my god, it smells amazing, number 1. But this is great because it really does clarify and help take away that buildup, especially if you're using dry shampoos like this or any other products. And I use this twice a week, one week, and I felt like it was a little too much for my hair, especially like I said with my ends that are color treated. So I just use this once a week and it feels amazing, and I'm impressed. I'm totally impressed with this product, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's pricey, but if you're only using it once or twice a week, a little really goes a long way. Now I'm going to show you guys how I revitalize my second day hair. I used to wash my hair every single day, and it was just like so much work and it would be so frustrating. And then I switched to washing my hair every other day, which is still pretty much how I do it. Sometimes I'll go 3 days if my hair doesn't look too bad. But it does take time. So give it some time, and with the aid of these products, I think that you'll be satisfied with the results, and over time, perhaps you can go 3 days or maybe even 4 days without washing your hair. I personally love to revitalize my second day hair if it's looking a little blah, when it's just straight and how it typically is. The first thing we're gonna do is spray the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo in our hair at the roots, and we've already done that. And then you just wait a little bit, kind of work it in, brush it through, which I've already done as well. And granted, you do not have to use all of these products. I'm just sharing them with you. If you want to take out, like, eliminate oiliness like all over your hair from root to end, I think this is a fantastic product. So if that's something that you're solely interested, maybe you want to stick with this. But if you really want to get in there and absorb that oil and you want to create crazy volume, my favorite go-to product is the BB Pret-a-Powder. And this is a little powder. I like to pour some in my hand like so. You don't need a lot, but if you really want to go for that va-va-voom, by all means. So I want a little more volume, although today it's not as bad. And yeah, I just work it in. You can already see that this product is giving me a little more body. With my hair texture, I feel like when my hair starts to look a little limp, I kind of just go back in and it totally revitalizes, and it's totally like you're reactivating the product, which is really cool. If your hair's falling limp, you just go a little zhuzh with this product, and now we're looking a little crazy. But you get to see the effect that this product truly has. We are going to curl our hair. It's more of a wave, but of course if you want a tighter curl, please go ahead and do that. What I'm gonna do is prep my hair with a little bit of the BB Hairdresser Invisible Oil Primer, and this has heat and UV protection just to add a little bit of protection on my ends. I'm gonna go in with the GHD Creative Curl Wand. This is a great wand if you are interested in more of like a beachy wave. I like to do this away from the face. And if you want to get super neat about it, you can section your hair off and do it that way, but I just kind of like to go in. I like this wand specifically because it's tapered at the end, and what's really interesting is that it's flat also at the end. So at the top of the barrel, well, it's actually the bottom, if I were holding it the right way, it's rounded, but then towards the tip here, it is flat. P.S. in the post that Birchbox shared of my hyperlapse of this look, someone said that I was very daring not to use a glove, and I'm pretty sure this one doesn't come with a glove, but I feel like because it is tapered at the end the way it is, I haven't been prone to burning myself. This is what my hair looks like when I have freshly curled it. You can add a little more of the Pret-a-Powder if you want to increase the volume, but I'm going to try to reactivate some of what we did earlier just by running my fingers through and kind of like massaging the roots of my hair. And then what I like to do is gently run my fingers through my hair just to create a softer look. To finish off the look, you can either leave your hair like this, but if you find your hair is a little slick at the bottom and you're experiencing oiliness at the ends of your hair and you want to add a bit more texture, I highly recommend the Amika Un.Done Texture Spray. I'm not going to use a whole lot of this today, but I'll just show you guys. And yeah, you just spray a little here, a little there. This product smells incredible, and it is one of my favorite amika products. So yes, this will also help hold your hair just a bit longer throughout the day. This is the final look. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys got some kind of value out of this video. If these are way too many products for you to use, I would say start with either one of these products here. I think these do a fantastic job on their own, if not with everything else. All of these products are incredible and they've worked wonders for my hair. And I think also just using the GHD Creative Curl Wand, or any wand for that matter, to just give your hair a little more life really revitalizes second day hair, and it keeps the attention off of the roots, which is why I like it, although, you know, your roots will be looking pretty fresh once you use these products. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other questions for me, or if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and follow The Style Theory on social media. All the links will be down below. Have a great day. Bye.